Hey guys, welcome to ENZYMENTAL. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button below and click the bell so you don't miss any notifications. And today I wanted to tell you about a particular consequence of dairy consumption that is a concern for children and adults alike, and also some easy ways to deal with it. By now, it's no secret that cow's milk is extremely problematic for plenty of people, and one driving force behind this is the natural decline in the body's production of the digestive enzyme lactase. And as we all know, lactase splits the milk sugar lactose into glucose and galactose. With a lactase deficiency, the lactose remains in the intestines where it's then fermented by bacteria, leading to the bloating, abdominal pain, and gas that are all well-known symptoms of lactose intolerance. Constipation can also be a sign of a milk allergy, but far more concerning is chronic diarrhea with occasional traces of blood. And this is really where dairy-driven nutrient deficiencies are visible, because this usually indicates a chronic, slow internal bleeding, which is consistent with the effects of protein deficiency. This then leads to swelling of the abdomen, hands, and feet, an iron deficiency, and the anemia, or a severe lack of red blood cells, that can accompany it. This is particularly true for infants fed with cow milk-based formula. The iron deficiency makes the infant irritable and impairs their attention span. Also, colic is a common manifestation of a milk allergy. In adults, a milk allergy can lead to a peptic ulcer. And beyond iron deficiency from chronic intestinal bleeding, the chronic intestinal inflammation that is certainly part of this impairs the absorption of other nutrients, including zinc and vitamin B6. The dairy industry loves to trumpet how milk is such a rich source of calcium and also vitamin D, but milk contains no zinc or vitamin B6 at all. If you have milk in your refrigerator right now, check the nutrition panel and see if I'm wrong. The solution here is obviously to consciously minimize dairy as much as you can, while supplementing with some of the nutrients that are lost and or impaired from regular dairy consumption. And again, this is primarily iron, B6, and zinc at the least. And if you're going to supplement with these nutrients, then it's helpful to remember the co-nutrients that greatly facilitate their absorption. For iron, it's primarily vitamin C, B12, and folate. And for the easiest iron to absorb, look for a food-based iron and or a fermented iron and take it at the same time as these other nutrients. As for zinc, one way to really enhance cellular absorption and retention of zinc is to take your zinc with either the bioflavonoid quercetin and or the green tea compound EGCG, as both of these are natural zinc ionophores, or compounds that radically improve zinc absorption. For digesting dairy directly, a lactase enzyme is a classic and effective remedy, but I would look for a lactase preparation that also includes other enzymes like protease, lipase, amylase, cellulase, and alpha-galactosidase. These are all essential enzymes that each target specific food groups in your meal and overall contribute to a stronger enzyme performance. You can always combine enzymes as much as you need to, as they work well together, and one enzyme to the next, they do not contraindicate. Yet another enzyme you should look for that is very successful against dairy is dipeptidyl peptidase 4, or DPP-IV, which is most well known for digesting all parts of gluten. But DPP-IV is also effective at digesting casein protein found in dairy. And while for someone with no dairy allergy, casein is an amazingly slow-digesting quality protein, those who either have a gluten allergy and or a dairy allergy often have trouble digesting casein, so the DPP-IV enzyme handles this quite well. You can even take digestive enzymes like lactase and DPP-IV on an empty stomach to break down any undigested dairy or gluten in your bloodstream that would otherwise provoke inflammation. So this should give you some practical ideas on how to coexist with dairy, whether you're expressly intolerant to it or not. I've personally used both lactase and DPP-IV together on an empty stomach to relieve my constant sinus congestion. So you should keep some of these enzymes on hand and or take them regularly. And if you have an infant struggling with colic, see if the formula you're giving them contains milk. And if it does, it may be time to change it up. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, and I'll see you next time on ENZYMENTAL. Stay healthy.